How are we doing today? Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to be writing a short story today. Live, just like last time. I'm hoping this will become like a weekly thing in the new year, but this will be my last one for 2025. But yeah, go ahead, say hi in the chat. I'd love to see who's here. Hello, Nicole! Hello! This is wonderful. Ooh, where's my editor? There we go. So yeah. Wait a couple minutes for everyone to join. I am drinking more tea today. I'm drinking more of the holiday tea from Harney & Sons that I talked about last week. Still going on with that. Hello, Tori. Lucy, hello. Hello, Jenny. Weekly would be so fun. Yes! I think it would be really fun. Starting sometime early 2026 to do this sort of writing live stream weekly. I spent all afternoon watching your previous live video and wishing I could comment. Well, you're here now! Yay! Wonderful! How's Christmas going for you guys? I have been rereading A Christmas Carol, which I do every year. It's a must for me. Also, have any of you guys watched, why am I blanking on the title? The Man Who Invented Christmas. It is a movie about Charles Dickens writing A Christmas Carol. And I love it. It would be so, if any of you are writers, it would be so relatable for writers. I found it incredibly relatable. A very, very good movie. Lots and lots of fun. I have a cold and I'm home alone, so this is a great way to spend my time. Well, I'm so glad I could keep you company. Bring a little bit of Christmas spirit. I wish I had Christmas music playing right now. That is one of the things I need to figure out how to do to improve my live streams a little bit. That's on my to-do list, is figure out how to add music to them. Because I'm a writer first and foremost, not a live streamer or a tech person. Ditto to Jenny and Tori. A Christmas Carol, yes! Okay, yes, another man who invented Christmas fan. Good, I love to see it. Multiple, wonderful. I felt so seen when I watched it. I'm a Y-dubber. Love to see the Y-dubbers here. Yes. Yeah, no, for real. I love the part where he's sitting trying to write, and so part of the movie is his characters, like, you can see the characters from A Christmas Carol because he's like visualizing them doing things so you can see them as well, like they're actors playing them. And there's at one point where he's trying to write and he has writer's block, and Scrooge is like standing ominously next to him. He's like, I bet Shakespeare never got writer's block or whatever. And it was so funny to me because I'm like, yeah, that's what we do as writers. Even Charles Dickens compared himself to the greats that came before him and felt like he wasn't good enough. And I don't know. There's lots of little stuff like that throughout the movie that I really, really love. Yeah. Oh, we've got multiple Y-dubbers here. Awesome. Adds the movie to my watch list. Yes. Okay, yeah, Nicole, you would love it. It's so good. Very Christmassy, very well done, just excellent. Especially if you know A Christmas Carol really well. Hello, Grace the Piper. Hello, everyone joining. Lovely to see you all here. I'm not on Y-dubs, but my sister is. It counts. We are all welcome here, whether you're on Y-dubs or not. Okay, yep, I've definitely watched that movie. It reminds me so much of you, how he was taking note of that random guy's name. Yes, that is 100% me. I talked about this on my last live stream, but I literally have a notebook where I keep interesting names that I find. And there is also a bit in The Man Who Invented Christmas where he like hears a waiter's name that sounds interesting to him. He's like, hold on a moment. He goes and he writes it down in his little name notebook. That is me. I think the most interesting name I have collected over the years is there was a mechanic whose name, I'm not joking, it said so on his little badge. His name was Cougar Knickerbocker. That went in the notebook right away. Hello, a little late, but excited to be here. You're not late at all. We've only been going for a couple minutes. I'm still waiting for everyone to join so that I can get started writing. Hello, happy Saturday, everyone. Indeed, happy Saturday. Happy Christmas season. I'm so excited it's the Christmas season. I got a fresh haircut for the occasion. Yup. That's the goofiest name I've ever heard. Yep. Indeed. It's an incredible name. I'm so happy. Hello, Emily the Wingfeather fangirl. Oop, I bet you can find some some fellow Wingfeather fans in the chat. While we're still winding up here, I wanted to show you a cool book I got recently. My friend Nicole, who is in chat, actually got it for me. Is anyone a fan of Howl's Moving Castle? This was one of my early Christmas presents. This copy is absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. It's shiny on the dust jacket, but not only is the dust jacket beautiful, it's got these lovely sprayed edges all the way around. When you take off the dust jacket, this is like my little show and tell portion of the live. When you take off the dust jacket, it's got this metallic gold, a quote from the book on the front. We've got more stars on the back. Just absolutely gorgeous. And that's just the outside. That is just the outside. Look at, this is, you open the front cover, end papers, gorgeous, gorgeous art. Look at this. So beautiful. And then even beyond the art, the interior, like, Nicole knows, she was in the bookstore with me. I was fangirling over the font in this book. It's like such a pretty and satisfying to read font. I'm not sure if I can really show it to you guys well or not. Probably not. But just trust me, the font is really cute for the book. And it's really fun to read. Sprayed edges, yes! Shooting stars, yes, it's so pretty. It's like one of the prettiest books I own. If you haven't read Howl's Moving Castle, I highly recommend it. It's so good. Such lovely, lovely writing style. Very cozy fantasy, but like cozy fantasy before cozy fantasy was a thing. It's kind of a modern classic. It's been around for a while. And it's very different from the movie, the Studio Ghibli movie. Okay, but the font is amazing, said Nicole. Yep, she can vouch. The font is incredible. It's really, really good. What an author thing to say. I was fangirling over the font. Hello there, Colorful Oddity. So Colorful Oddity is Sarah Collins, who is my illustrator for the interior of the Mage Pocket book. She's the one who did the lovely map in the front. So we have a celebrity in the chat, guys. Look at this. This is her handiwork. I was fangirling over the font, though. Is it clean? Yes, it's clean. Howl's Moving Castle is, yeah. I know, so it's technically an adult book, but there's nothing questionable in it at all. I read it aloud to my little sister, who is 11 years old. Totally clean. Yep, Sarah, I'm calling you out. Alright. Well, lovely to have everyone here. What do you guys say we get started with some writing? Also, love to see the Ghibli fans in the chat as well. Let's get started writing. So, the Hutchmoot mug, yes. Representing Hutchmoot. Today, what do I want to work on today? Today, I want to work on a Christmas short story. And a very specific Christmas short story that I've had the idea for, the vague idea for literally over a year now. Which is, so let me explain the origin of the inspiration for this idea. Unlike the previous live stream, I'm not editing a draft this time. This time I'm writing a draft. So, I used to work at an art museum. And the art museum had a massive Christmas lights exhibition every single year. And during the Christmas season, I would work, like, nights at this museum. Because obviously that's when everyone came for the lights. So they had me work, like evenings, and I didn't get off my shift until like 10 o'clock or something like that, because everyone was going through like the Christmas lights exhibition outside, because it wasn't just a museum, it was like an art center. So it's in the middle of this massive woods basically, and there's tons of sculptures outside, huge sculpture park, and in Christmas they put up all these light sculptures and light exhibitions around, and you get to walk on this trail through the lights. which is very, very cool. But, okay, so it's very cool, and it's very beautiful, and it's very magical if you just get to walk through. However, if you are working there, I want you to imagine, this was me so many nights, I finish my shift at like 10 o'clock, and I'm inside one of the little art buildings. I finish my shift at like 10 o'clock, and then I have to walk out to my car. However, because we had so many people coming to these light exhibitions, I couldn't park my car in the normal parking lot, and instead they had me drive around to a smaller parking lot that was like back in the woods. So in the bitter freezing cold, I had to walk alone, like no one else was there, through the entire Christmas lights path, completely alone at 10 o'clock at night to get back to my car to drive home. Sounds fine, right? Yeah, and it is fine. Until you hear from a coworker, you better make sure that you get to your car on time, because all of the lights and everything are set to automatically turn off at like 10:15, which means that I could possibly be walking completely alone through these, it's like 100 acres of woods or something, among the Christmas lights, listening to Christmas music all alone, and all of a sudden everything would shut off. Thankfully that never happened to me, but that idea of being in that position, yeah, sounds like a nightmare, exactly, was like, oh, that's such a spooky, interesting idea that feels like, that suddenly sounds less whimsical. Exactly. I'm like, that sounds like the opening to a horror movie. And then I was like, wait, this could be a short story. And I've had this idea for so long. But that is, that's all I have. That's the spark I have right now, and so I want to show you guys how I'm going to take that spark and attempt to turn it into a story with some of you guys' feedback. Wait, what was the nightmare? I think I may have missed something. That I would be walking through 100 acres of woods alone in the middle of the night through Christmas lights, and then all of a sudden all the Christmas lights and music would turn off simultaneously and leave me alone in the dark. That was a very real possibility. Anyway. So, yeah, it's gone from whimsy to horror. Exactly. So, I want to play with this idea somehow. And I'm trying to think out how to do this. So I've opened my outline document, and this is what we're going to figure out, is how to turn that little concept into a story. And I'm thinking it's going to be a bit more on the spooky side, a bit more of a Christmas spooky story, sort of, I suppose, in the tradition of A Christmas Carol, right? Because that's a ghost story. It's actually very traditional for people to tell ghost stories on Christmas. It's in a lot of the Christmas songs. What was it? Is it the Christmas song with chestnuts roasting on an open fire? There's some traditional Christmas song that talks about telling ghost stories around a fire or something within the lyrics. The main character should be afraid of the dark. That's a possibility, yes. Takes a sip of tea to console herself. Yes, we all huddle with our tea. Yeah. Yes, okay, so we're gonna start here. Inspiration. I know I spelled that wrong. Or maybe I... No, maybe I didn't. Oh, no, I did. Okay. Through the Christmas lights of the art center, automatically turning off in the middle of the night. I think the main character should work there the same way I did. Because I think that's really the only way for her to get in this situation realistically. This is what all my outlines look like, by the way. Okay. Chat idea. main character Afraid of the Dark. I have another idea, which, what was it? I had it in my head and then it left me. Things get worse. I don't know. I need to find a way to escalate. Okay, other ideas. Ghosts, robbery. Because if it's an art center, there could be an art heist going on. But I need a way for this story idea to escalate, because just the lights turning off is not enough. I want something else to happen. I want to make things as bad as possible for this main character, whoever she is. I like the idea of combining a robbery. I like the idea of including ghosts, because that's traditional. Art heist going on. Ghost, traditional, to Christmas stories. Christmas Carol reference? What if the main character is a bit of a Grinch? Moody, emo teenager. Could you zoom in a bit? It's slightly blurry. Ah, yes. This happens. Actually, I'm not going to use the notes portion for a little while. Let me see if... No! Stop it! What is it that I need to press? Is it option? It's option. There we go. Meow. Okay. That should be... Is that better for you guys? Let me look through your comments. Oh yeah, there'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Yes. Ah, the sound of clacking keys, indeed. The only other realistic possibility of the MC not being a worker is that she took her sweet time examining the lights. Well, that's technically a possibility. See, as a worker, I know that they sent people throughout the entire light exhibition to make sure there was no one there for this reason. So, could we fudge it a little bit and make that be the case? Sure, but yeah, unfortunately, I have the position of having worked there to know that technically that wouldn't work. I always have a brainstorming page like this and I ramble about characters and I outline the whole thing with strict story structure. Yes, same here. That's how this goes. This is how my initial outlining always looks, except usually for books it's on paper. Like this is my Mage Pocket outline and it's just, yeah, just filled with ramblings. Very important step to creating a story. You never hear people talk about this step. She could get lost. She could get lost. We love character torture. What if the OG artist is a long dead ghost coming to steal back his paintings? Wait. Chat idea. Ghost artist. Ghost artist could be stealing the painting or protecting the painting. We're getting a look into Millie's evil author brain. I want to make it as bad as possible for the main character. That's how you write a good story, especially a short story. It has to keep escalating. Like, just the lights going off is not enough. It has to be that on top of other things. She could accidentally go off the trail, get lost, and then run into the robbers. Possibly. A Christmas Carol moody emo teen version. Exactly. MC could have glasses and lose them on top of the dark. Also a possibility. A sarcastic grumpy ghost. Yes, yes, yes. Mage Pocket outline. No, you do not get to see the Mage Pocket outline. I'll tell you why. It's because it has spoilers for books 2 and 3, which aren't out yet. Like on page 1. Because I planned ahead, you guys, for Mage Pocket. I planned ahead. Before I wrote book 1, I knew how it was going to end in book 3. No spoilers, no spoilers. Oh my goodness, speaking of Mage Pocket, I forgot to show you guys something in the show and tell. I'm working on more Mage Pocket merch. Hang on. Let's go back to the big screen real quick. I have a little sneak peek, Christmas sneak peek for you guys for one of the merch things here. Sorrel Sunshine necklace. This is a prototype. I do not know when the merch will be coming out exactly, but rest assured we're working on it. Okay. Guys, I'm nervous for Theo. Oh, her phone light breaks. I like that idea. Yes, and you guys should be nervous for Theo. I'm not giving any more information than that. Who had a mustache idea? Maybe the ghost painting is painting mustaches on all the portraits. That is an option. Hashtag protect Theo. Who's a part of the Protect Theo squad? Oh yeah, I was gonna say last time, Millie, you've written the first fantasy world I would want to live in. I love that. I heard that in a review as well. I'm not sure if you're the person who wrote the review or if it was someone else, but that made me so incredibly happy to hear. Because that was a huge part of my goal for this book series. Those who don't know, I'm talking about this. It's the book right below me, the cover. Yeah, thank you. That means the world. Okay, that necklace is officially a need. Yes, I'm excited. I'm so excited for it to come out. It's not done yet. I'm also working on Theo's necklace. That one is not quite as far along. But sometime 2026, I'll have a merch drop and it'll be great. I got Mage Pocket for my birthday and I hope to read it after I finish the book I'm currently reading. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy about that. I'm kind of hoping to get Mage Pocket for Christmas, but I haven't mentioned it as much, so I kind of doubt it, sadly. Yeah, put it on your Christmas list, guys. Oh my goodness, another thing I forgot to tell you guys during my little show and tell portion. Mage Pocket is now available in hardcover on Amazon. Finally, all the files went through. There is now a hardcover edition of Mage Pocket on Amazon, if any of you want to buy it. It is more expensive, obviously, because it's hardcover. And I don't have my author copy yet. Literally, it just went up online. But there is a hardcover edition of Mage Pocket up there now. Okay, I'm a Millie Florence universe newbie. Who is Theo? Sorry, I just saw... I will answer your question in a moment, Allison. I just saw Sarah Collins, my illustrator, in the chat, realized that she never got back to me about an art thing that I texted her about. Yes, let me know! Because I wanted to use some for art for merch. Yes, let me know, Sarah, whenever you have the time. About the legal side there, please. Thank you. No worries. I know you've been busy. Yes, okay, Millie Florence universe newbie, who is Theo. Theo is one of the main characters of the Mage Pocket Apprentice Alliance. He's the reluctant apprentice of the Dark Mage Maeve. He does not want to be her apprentice. But he didn't get much choice in the matter because he was kind of kidnapped when he was 7 years old. If you want to find out more than that, you should read the book. It's the newest book, the one the cover is right below me. You can buy it on Amazon, on my website, millieflorence.com, anywhere online books are sold. Theo is wonderful. We love Theo. He's trying so hard to be a good person. It's so hard. And failing a lot of the time just because of circumstances. Oh, I love seeing it. Theo is a precious child who deserves to be protective. Who deserves to be protected. In some ways he is. In some ways he's kind of like the most powerful magic user we've met in the book so far, other than maybe Maeve, the Dark Mage. So I think he can protect himself physically. It's the emotional protection that he might need a little bit of help with. For the record, I knew a little kid named Theo and he was 7 when I read Mage Pocket, so that utterly destroyed me. I love him so much. That's hilarious. Oh my word, yeah, I bet that would really give that plot line some weight, for sure. Oh, I'm 1000% intrigued right now. I'm in the middle of Honey Butter, but I'll add Mage Pocket to my list ASAP. We'd love to hear it, yes. I hope you're enjoying Honey Butter, though. That is awesome to hear. I love to see everyone reading the books. That is wonderful. Okay, but we're getting distracted. Short story moment. Okay. Alright. The walking back to the Christmas lights thing. Haunting Christmas music. This was the other thing about this, this whole experience. Was like there were different parts that were playing music, and there were parts where you could stand between the different exhibits and you could kind of hear snatches of the music of both. So like there was one lights exhibit that was playing Santa Baby, and then there was one that was playing like a really classic Christmas song, and you could stand between them and it sounded really weird. And then there was another one that was playing Carol of the Bells, and all the like those songs on their own are fine except Santa Baby. I do not like the Christmas song Santa Baby. Fight me. I don't care. I don't like that song. Anyway, but you could stand in a place where all of those songs would kind of mesh together and it sounded really weird, especially when you're alone in the woods at night. Very creepy. Yeah. You guys are just saying nice things about me in the chat. You guys are sweet. Thank you. I haven't read Mage Pocket yet, but now I'm super worried about Theo. Those words. Yes, you should be worried about Theo. Listen, guys, I just finished writing the first draft of book 2. You guys are not ready in the best way possible. Oh, my word. I can't say anything! Oh, but I've made so many memes! Anyway. Preparing myself for the emotional trauma. It's good emotional trauma, though. I am not the type of writer who will give characters trauma just for the sake of it. It has a purpose in the story. I promise. Ooh, what if was like a broken speaker so it's really creepy? Ooh. Possibly. Broken speaker. That song's quite disturbing, actually. Santa Baby, yes! Thank you! Someone else agrees. So 2 years ago for Thanksgiving, went to this place in Georgia, and they had like a Christmas event, but it hadn't started yet, and we were walking, and there was Christmas music playing, but no one was there. It was terrifying. Yes! That was my exact experience walking back to my car those nights. Really, really creepy. Is it hard for you to not be able to spoil your writing ahead of time? Yes. There are so many jokes that no one else will understand because they haven't read it. For me, I know a lot of people don't like to share their writing. For me, it almost doesn't feel real until I have shared it with someone else. Like, as soon as I finish a chapter of my first draft, I'll go read it aloud to my little sister. That's just me, though. Millie just writes so you don't spoil Mage Pocket. You know what? I've been called out. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, I'm out of tea. This is tragic. I have to go revert to water. Okay. We have a great mix of ideas here. And I have a lot of vibes in my mind. But I think we need to start figuring out some of the structure of the story. So specifically the theme, because since it's a short story, you kind of need to know the theme from the start. Theme ideas. Christmas cheer, light, because Christmas lights. Bit of an emo teen who thinks she's too cool for Christmas, and light and joy are lame, but then she's plunged into darkness and realizes how important light is, but it's a metaphor. Any of you who have read my books are probably seeing some themes right now that stretch across much of the Millieverse. What do we even call that? I don't have like a fandom name for all of my books yet. What should you call yourselves, guys? The Millieverse, or should it be something else creative? But yes, when in doubt, I fall back on the theme of light, and listen, it works. How would this relate to art heists and ghosts? Look, I had an idea, again, a few years ago when I started writing this, where the main character got stabbed. Here's the thing. If we want to make it kind of spooky, the key to making something spooky is not opening the door, which is a Stephen King quote. He says, horror is everything before you open the door. Because the idea is, like, once you reveal your hand and what the scary thing actually is, it becomes less scary. Once you talk about it outright, it naturally becomes less scary. Obviously there's exceptions, but for the most part. And so I had this whole idea a couple years ago. I feel like it might be too dark. I am not the best at writing dark stuff. Well, kind of. If you read Mage Pocket, you know I can do it sometimes. But I had this idea where, like, a couple years ago, for like half of the short story, she's cut, her hands are sticky, and for half of the short story you think it's hot chocolate, but it turns out it's blood. But that might be too creepy. I don't know. Oh, injuries in general, blood and hot chocolate. The unknown is creepy. It is! Our imagination is much scarier than the actual thing. Exactly. Maybe she doesn't appreciate art. Ooh. That's a possibility. Millieverse. I guess we've all agreed on Millieverse, the Millieverse. That's so big Beth going. Yeah. I'm afraid of the dark, not because of the dark, but because what I imagine to be in the dark. Exactly. Yeah, the whole Stephen King quote is like, you open up the door and reveal a 10-foot bug monster, and your reader goes, oh, that is pretty scary, but I was imagining it might have been 20 feet tall. Yeah, our imagination always comes up with something scarier. Maybe the portraits are looking at her. Okay, so here's the thing. Because you guys are saying a lot of stuff about portraits. Yes, portraits are cool. Yes, portraits are creepy in the dark. If you're outside, there's not portraits outside. It's sculptures. And where I was, it was like, they weren't even sculptures. Well, okay, wait, they could be sculptures of people. I don't have to stick to reality. I'm a writer. Okay. Oh, wait, we can draw on the Louvre heist. Wait. Imagine them trying to steal a sculpture. Well, no, okay, so what if they were trying to steal a painting from the museum, but they're escaping through the sculpture park, maybe? Maybe? Sculptures are way creepier. Exactly, because then they could almost move and grab you. Sculptures of people and then a person that isn't a sculpture. Ooh, I like that. Not the Louvre. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Is this the theme we want to go with, though? I feel like, I need to come up with, like, a theme statement. Also, where do we want to start? Do we want to start in media res? I feel like in media res is usually creepier. Like, start after things have happened, maybe. I feel like in media res is usually a better bet. In media res is Latin for in the middle of things. It refers to, like, starting the story basically after the inciting incident, essentially, and kind of catching your reader up via context clues as you go. Which, starting in media res usually helps a lot with short stories. So... If the MC has any imagination, the dark should enhance it and scare her. This is true. Heists. Honey heists. I don't know. I am in my heist era, guys. Yup. Okay. So I almost feel like it'd be easier to start with the MC misbelief. I mean, that works. I feel like it could be someone who, like, she may, okay. Ah. You know it's serious when I stop talking and start typing. Okay. I feel good about that. I really like that, actually. Someone said my Mage Pocket copy smells good. Mood as a book reader. No judgment there. Thank you guys for joining in. Those of you who are heading out now, I'm gonna continue writing until I think 5:30 is my plan. Yes, that makes sense. Good. Okay. Locked in Millie is a mood. Thinking of that one scene in A Christmas Carol where Scrooge sees his future. Yeah, kind of like that. That's kind of what I'm going for. I don't want it to be an outright retelling of A Christmas Carol, but I wouldn't mind having some nods to it. So that's kind of my thought. And I also feel like the theme of, like, being grateful for what you already have and grateful for the people in your life is a very apt theme, I think. Someone says, there are a lot of people who are kind of flirting with darkness because they don't really see just how ugly and dark it really is. Yes, exactly. I think that's what I'm kind of going for with this main character. Yeah, exactly. Like, there was a scary ghost story or something that happened before the short story begins, and then she gets more nervous as she walks. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so I think that means the theme... Okay, so if I was gonna sum all of this up... in a theme statement. What time did this start in Millie's time? 3:30 p.m. So, oh yeah, I forget you guys are in different time zones. I'm writing for another hour and a half, basically. Okay. Theme statement. There's a lot of facets to this theme. Yeah, most important in life over, like, the smaller things. I might be able to wing it without coming up with an exact theme statement, because condensing it all is, yeah, kind of difficult, yeah. I wish I could stay for longer, but I will have to duck out in a few minutes. Well, thank you for joining us while you could. Okay. Chat, what else could go wrong? I need to figure out the order of operations here. Maybe you could write out a character arc and pull some other themes from that, and you can write about, but not be the core message. Well, a character arc is going to be the theme, essentially. We play with darkness until it plays with us. Ooh! Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that quote. I like that quote a lot. Okay. So, let's do this. Yeah, I feel like basically her misbelief is just, yeah. There we go. I love that line, but I also hate it. I need to write it down. Yes. About the playing with darkness until it plays with you. Then maybe the story starts with the MC doing something dark, toying with something dark. Yes. I'm not sure what exactly that would be. I kind of feel like the sound of an old loud car pulling out of the lot in the distance might add to the effect. There's an idea. Should she feel like there's no one in the area or someone comes creeping into the area is coming, writing the anti-Millie. Yeah, basically. There's a whole, so my best friend, Lauren D. Folter, who's also an author, we keep, like, a tally score of, like, quotes we have said out of context. And there was one time where she was at my house, and, she said, okay, the conversation went something along the lines of, like, Lauren said, "You're just not a very dark person." And I went, "I can be dark sometimes." And then my little sister Evelyn, who was sitting right next to us, went, just in utter confusion, "You can be dark?" Maybe she does graffiti. See, I don't know if I want her to do some... like she would get hired to work at an art museum if she had she'd get in really big trouble for that. And here's the other thing. I kind of want it to be more relatable than someone outright just, like, doing bad things, you know? And more of an attitude than anything else. What would she do? Yeah. Unless she just got fired. Oh, this is becoming a little too gritty for me. Listen, I write lighthearted, whimsical stuff. She sneaks into the museum to paint mustaches on everything, and by the end she feels such remorse that she goes back in and cleans it off. Oh dear. What should her name be, guys? Give me some name ideas in the chat. What are some name ideas for a moody, emo teenager character in modern day? Oh, I should write down phone malfunction. Or unless I already have. Because that needs to happen in order for this to be scary, if this is happening in the modern era. Okay. Order of escalation. Okay, so what order do the things happen in? Because I like the idea of the robbers. Robbers, lights go out. Injury of some kind. She drops hot chocolate. Listen, guys, I don't want to make this too dark. I'm not very good at writing dark without a lot of prior research. Listen, the dark, I'm not gonna do, like, I don't know, in terms of, like, what are we doing to show, that she's kind of dabbling with darkness, for lack of a better term. I need something I can actually write, because, yeah, I'm not a dark person. So, let's temper our expectations. Ooh, and it's her last shift. I like that idea, perhaps. You got yourself into a pickle, Millie. Yeah, not necessarily something crime-related. Okay. Ooh, Adele. I kind of like Adele. I'm seeing Jillian, Adele, Alea, Zara. I like Adele. Or Isabel. I like Adele. Adelle. Name ideas. We also need last name. Wait, is that how you spelled it? Yes. That's an idea. Tommy is a unique, cool girl name. Ooh. Yes, drop name ideas. I need last name ideas, too. I'm not good at writing dark. See, Theo's mentor burning down a house with people inside. I know. Listen. There's a reason, though. That scene, that Mage Pocket scene, did not happen until, like, the third or fourth draft. For the reason that I was scared of not being able to write it, because it's dark. And then I proposed this idea to, like, my friends, my sister's friends, who were, like, middle schoolers at the time. They're like, yeah, that's totally fine. We read Warrior Cats. People get injured all the time. Cats get injured. I suppose it's cats and Warrior Cats. They're like, yeah, that's no big deal. What are you talking about? I was like, oh, okay, fine, I'll do it. Because people didn't think, oh, Cora's a good idea, too. Because I got so much feedback from beta readers that Maeve did not seem evil enough in the first draft. That was, like, the main feedback I got in Mage Pocket, was that Maeve's not evil enough. So I added the corner, and I added that scene. And I added the scene where she kidnaps Theo. Those 3 things were originally not in the first draft. Also, I read a horror novel for inspiration, which was not actually that horrifying, because you know me. Whatever horror I read is going to be pretty light, but it gave me some ideas. Millie, when I was in my emo phase, which we don't talk about, I just spent a lot of time brooding and listening to really dark music. Ooh, music! That is a good idea. Concrete representation. Dark music? I like the idea of dark music, because that is true. Or, like, writing something really dark. That could hit close to home. Writing. That's an option. I know a little bit more about that, which is a huge teen thing, yeah. Adina. Dagger's a last name. Oh, I like Adina. That's a good one. I can add. Craven. I don't want it to sound too much like a fantasy villain. I still like Evelyn. I can't do Evelyn because my 11-year-old little sister's name is Evelyn. That would be too distracting for me. I'm sorry. Millie, I now really, really want to send you a short story I wrote in one day for a teen story because it's both dark and whimsical. Hey, have you posted it somewhere? Or if you are on YDubs, you could send me the link through there. I won't read it on stream, but I would be interested to see. I feel like Craven's too fantasy. Dark poetry? That's a good thought. I feel like I just automatically make characters poets so much, though. I feel like I do that almost too much. I have so many characters. I made Lauren from Honey Butter a poet. I made Sorrel's mom a poet. There are so many poets. I am also a poet, to be fair, but listen, guys. Raven or Moon. Thornston. Oh, yeah, true. Wait, really? You want to read it? Thank you. Yeah, of course. I mean, I won't be able to, like, provide detailed feedback or anything, but I'd be interested in taking a look, yeah. If you're on YDubs, you could send it to me through there. Or if you post it somewhere, you could send the link. Okay, let me look in my little name notebook. I feel like I'd find something interesting in there. I've written down a lot of interesting Irish names. Okay. Oh, I also need a name for the art center. Come up with some art center names idea, guys, because I don't want it to be the name of my art center. What are good ideas for an art center name? Blast. Let me read these out loud again. Okay. Weatherford, Knox. I've already used Knox. I need to cross that one off. That's a Mage Pocket name. Tamara, Mazer. Mazer? If she's getting lost, that's kind of a thing. Mazer. Leffler. I feel like that one would work. Tansy, Heliquist. Oh, that could potentially be good. Not Melquist. Melquist. That's the last name of an illustrator, actually. Renshaw, Jameson, Thorburn, Hazard, Haywood, Honeywood Home, Horncastle. That's too fantasy. Latchford, Lanternell, Quinn, Lawless, Naughton, Peacock, Pearson, Pennington, Pillsworth, Prickin, Warren, Powlett, Prendergast. These are... I need something just whimsical enough to be me, but modern enough to make sense in this context. I like Heliquist. Heliquist. I feel like that works. What if we go with... Because I agree, Adele could get mixed up with the singer. I think someone said that earlier. Let's go with that. I feel like that works pretty well. She turns on the music out of habit and then it scares her later on. That's a good idea. I like that. Maybe the character's favorite place to hang out in town can be the graveyard. Hey, listen. I enjoy hanging out in graveyards, but so I can collect names. I legitimately have done that. Out of your characters who aren't poets, you give them the most mildly poetic souls. I think that's a compliment. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Alright. Art Center could be named after a state, a town, a famous person, an artist. I like Craven or Raven as a last name. Heliquist is the name of the illustrator of a series of unfortunate events. It is! Yes, that's correct. That's where I got that idea. I thought his last name was really interesting, so I wrote it down. I love graveyards, lol. Yes. Okay. I only have about an hour left in this live stream, so I should probably start writing the actual thing soon. But I do think I need to figure out order of escalation. So does robbers happen first, or does lights out happen? I feel like the lights out happening should be like the crescendo of all of this. So I feel like, I mean, maybe dropping the hot chocolate is what gives her away. I love that, like, in order of escalation, one of my points is, she drops the hot chocolate. She drops hot chocolate. That's a tragedy. That must be a part of the plot. Okay, I think lights going out should be, like, the final boss, in a sense. Lights go out. She's... Okay, so let me riff here for a second. Does not end her, which ends in her being injured in some way. And then her being injured in some way. Something to make walking harder. I don't know why I keep coming back to that. What if they're trying to steal a art piece she always thought was lame before, but she ends up saving it. Anyway, she walks back to her car. Well, no. Okay. Someone was coming to pick her up because she can't drive yet. Like 15 years old. They're worried because she's late. Maybe texted them that she was walking over and then lost her phone in the woods. Anyway, they come to find her. Bonus points if she's been doubting this entire time, if they actually care, because they're the person she was bitter towards at the beginning. Okay, so they come to find her, and at the sight of their flashlight, realizes just how much she loves them and how much she needs that light in her life. That's a good outline for me. I've been hyper-focused on whatever you're saying in the chat. Oh no, she drops the hot chocolate, no! Yes, lights, oh, did I forget to write when the lights out happened? Yeah, it's when she's trying to walk away. That's when the lights go out. Okay. What do we think of that outline, guys? I feel like there's probably some plot holes, but that's a good start. Someone tells her don't cry over spilled hot chocolate, and that's her main point of anger for the rest of the story. Oh, dear. It could also potentially be an injury if it's hot. That is a good idea. Burn. I got so excited about burns. Burns herself with hot chocolate. Except if she's not into Christmas cheer, why is she carrying hot chocolate? Kicks a statue. I love how unhinged this comment section is. But I'm wondering if anyone has noticed, it seems like everyone else knows what she's going to be talking about in the future. Names came up before she mentioned names. Same with... Oh, you might have like a delayed chat, Hannah Walduck. Like the chat might just be delayed for you. Yeah, someone said you're probably behind in the live stream. Yeah, I'm assuming so. Thinking ahead to the resolution, what if she sees a small light display that never got turned off because it faces the parking lot and that makes her appreciate light? Oh, I like that. I like that. Final light display picture. Maybe the name of the art center in light. Okay, I like this, Yeah. She's drinking hot chocolate because there's no coffee. Yeah, another reason for annoyance, yeah. Yeah, here's the thing, I don't want her to be doing, like, one big, like, bad thing. Like, I want it to be a bit more about her attitude more than anything else, because I feel like that is so real as well. Like, we maybe don't realize all the ways that our little snipes and our little acts of bitterness are affecting us and the people around us. So I think that's probably the angle I'm going to go for a little bit more. Like, this isn't Christmas Carol, as in she's going to turn her entire life around, or that she's even done anything terribly horrible beforehand, and, like, now she's going to turn her entire life around because of this experience. It's more kind of a trajectory shift, where it's like she realizes that certain things have more value than she was previously giving them, more than anything else. Yeah. Super logical. Ooh, in that case, the art center name should be something super meaningful. I agree. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe it could have the word light in it. Oh my word, I'm so on the nose and so predictable. It's fine. Okay. I feel like maybe I should start writing the actual draft now. Little bad things are just as impactful as little good things. Exactly, yeah. It's not a 180-degree turn. It's like 45 degrees or something. Yeah, exactly. Something along those lines, yeah. Okay. All right. I feel like that is enough prep work. Let's start draft one. Okay. Actually, hang on. Let me get bullet points here real quick. Establishing image. Establish bitterness. Here's robbers. Does she? Maybe no. She does try to stop them, which is honestly not super smart in some ways. Because your life is more valuable than a piece of art, but... Gets injured. Hurt trying to walk back. Establish. Oh, drop secretary gets injured. Phone doesn't work. Hurt trying to walk back. Lights go out. She is found. Happy ending. Yay. There we go. All right. I will copy and paste this into my little notes bar on the side here, which, can you guys see my little notes bar? Nope, stop. I don't want to make it bigger. I want to show them my notes bar. There we go. Perfect. Thought bubble. Wait, Millie, in my novella, the MC learns her name means light near the end of the story, and I'm thinking something similar could work here, not in the same way, but similar. Ooh, what if she learns that the name of the art center means light? What are words that mean light? Words that mean light. I'm Googling. I mean, I can always go Latin. That's very stereotypically Millie. What's something that references light? Blank page, yes. Your life is a piece of art. Ooh, that's a good thought. Let me add that to the outline. I feel like there could be some kind of meta-narrative here about how a lot of young artists think that in order for art to be good, it has to be dark and angsty. Because that is a very real thing. So I feel like we could kind of have her be a bit of the dark, angsty art person and kind of realize that, oh! Sorry. I feel like I have very dramatic reactions, but I get very happy with myself sometimes. That's a good idea. I like that. I like that a lot. Also, this is a great place for me to air my gripe with a lot of people who post stories online that I read who think it's great to end them tragically. And I'm just like, that doesn't make you cool, guys. It doesn't make you cool. Tragic endings can work. I'm not saying tragic endings don't work sometimes, but too many people think that that's like ultimate artistic muse. It's not. Okay, you guys like that idea about her giving a happy ending. Gonna pop off now. Bye. Thank you for joining, Jenny. Luna, that's possible. My passion project has the most complex, beautiful, deep outline ever, and then it ends like, and then they get married, of course, and they live happily ever after. Yay! Yes. Yes. I now can't imagine anything other than her writing my short story. It's so hard-coded. I'm glad to hear that. I want her to feel very realistic. Like, I don't want her to be a caricature. Yeah. Parlak is bright in Turkish. Ooh, that's an idea. The name Nora means divine light. Aww. And my recently passed cousin with that name is a great artist. Oh, that's really lovely. Oh. What if, because a lot of stuff is named after memorial things, and if Nora means divine light, what if we did... How about that for the art center? In honor of your cousin. Your cousin, right? Yeah. I feel like that works pretty well. Perfectly with the story as well. Okay. All right. Time to conquer the blank page syndrome. Oh boy, this is the hard part. This is the hard part, you guys, but we've got this. We've got this. This is also partly difficult because I don't have music to listen to because I can't just play it through the speakers. Sometimes I write with music, but not always. Okay. We need a good opening line. This is what gets me in the zone here. Let me think about this. What if she throws hot chocolate at the robbers? I'm sorry, I just keep getting... Okay. All right. Like Clara throwing her shoe at the Rat King and the Nutcracker. Yes! Oh my goodness! Wait, she could also throw her shoe at them as a nod to the Nutcracker. Yes, Nutcracker. Oh, could we have Nutcracker references? I would love Nutcracker references. This would be... What if she was named Clara, actually? Oh, I'm tempted now. I'm tempted now. No, the other person's named Clara. I feel like the person picking her up, the person she has a connection with. I feel like it could be her mom, it could be her sister, it could be her cousin, it could be her friend, the person that she has an issue with. What do you guys vote? Mom, sister, cousin, friend. Clara means light. Clara means light. Oh my word. Wait. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Yes. Oh my word. Yes! Oh, this is so perfect. Oh, don't you love it when stories do that? Okay. Okay, vote, you guys. Who should Clara be to Adina? Should she be a friend, older sister, mom, cousin, what? What's the relationship? Let me know. And while you're thinking that, I'm gonna think of a first line. I'm seeing mom, I'm seeing sister, cousin. Teens, especially emo teens, have a lot of difficult relationships with parents. Yeah, I feel like mom would be the right way to go for that theme specifically. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go with mom. Clara Host. Okay. Something along those lines. I love it. It's beautiful. I'm glad you guys like it. If it's her mom, would her name really come up? Oh, that's a good point. It will come up in my heart. It will make my heart happy to know that's what it is. And hey, it might come up. We never know. We never know. Wait, who was saying something about her dad in the story? Oh, the dad would call the mom by the first name if he's in there. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, or they meet someone, yeah. I mean, it's fine if it doesn't come up. I can always find a way to edit it in later. Okay. I need to lock in for a moment, guys. Let's see. Nor would any of her readers be able to sue her for emotional damages, no matter how much they jokingly threaten to in the comment section. Never mind, we're not starting in media res. We're starting at the beginning. This kind of story, I'm realizing, is very outside of my comfort zone as a writer. I don't usually write modern things. I don't usually write moody, gritty characters. And I don't usually write spooky stuff. So if this sounds bad, like, it might sound bad. There's nothing I can do if it sounds bad. But just know, I'm definitely pushing myself as a writer to write this right now, guys. So this might not be very good, but that's okay, because this is how we learn and grow. Okay. Okay. This is also a first draft, so it's going to be very messy. Come up with a username for her online best friend, guys. Let me know what you think. You've got this, Millie. Thank you. I'm doing my best. Yeah, don't tell me about copy edits right now, guys. That's draft 2 stuff. Well, it's really more like draft 3 stuff, but yeah. The username should be a niche reference to one of your books. I love that idea. Okay, you guys come up with I'm not sure what a niche reference to one of my books would be. One of you guys let me know. What's a What's a username for one of my, that's a reference to one of my books. Millieverse reference, yes. Uh, I used drawn twice, but it's fine. I know that the grammar there makes no sense, but listen, this is how first drafts work. What are you guys saying about the dripping wax? Baltering artlessly, everlasting blue. Oh, all of these are so. Wait, what if her online friend is Lauren Lark? And it's never revealed, but okay, I'm doing everlasting blue and within the universe, although I'm never going to reveal it other than this. Her online friend is Lauren Lark. There we go. You guys get a honey butter crossover. Yes, please, please, please. There you go. You got honey butter content in 2025. Who would have thought? Okay. Towards the glass double doors. I want to, maybe I can do part of it in, like, comments and, like, stuff on her phone. So, like, got it, flicking back to her phone. It's like, I want a comment here from Everlasting Blue. TK stands for to come. It's a screenwriting placeholder term, so it's like, once I'm done with the draft, I can go through and do the find and replace thing. TK, go through all the TKs and replace them with like the names. Like I don't have an idea for the coworker's name right now, so I'm just putting TK, and then later I can go through and come up with the coworker's name. Just so there's something there, and so that I know that it needs to be replaced and can find it easily. Because, and the reason it's not TC, because technically the initials for Tucum would be TC. TC as a pair are in a lot of words, so if you just search TC, you'll come up with a bunch of different words, but they aren't really in TK. Aren't really paired together within words in the English language, so it's easier to find. Yeah. Okay. Girl, I'm learning so much writing lingo. I'm glad I could be educational. Educational? Did I pronounce that correctly? Educational? Am I going crazy? Yes, it's educational. Wow, too many words. I don't know why I thought that I pronounced that wrong. Okay. Millie's having an existential crisis over the word educational. Yes. It's like when you write a word too many times and suddenly you're going, no, why does and have a D in it? No, why does A have it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what should Adina's username be? I'm open to suggestions. Minecraft slang is rad too. I do agree. I am also a Minecraft player, by the way. I noticed, Riot Tech, I noticed your Minecraft skin. What is it called? Profile picture. Fellow Minecrafter here. The other day I tried to spell gently with a J. Oh my word. not metal. Mentally side. Glance back up a TK coworker. I spelled soup with 2 O's the other day. No! I absolutely love this. I love seeing the behind the scenes of, yeah. Wow, words really are leaving me. Typos. I love seeing the behind the scenes of typos. They're so funny. One time I wrote, when I was writing the Baltar of Ashton Harper, I wrote a large pirate ball instead of a large private ball. Which I was like, oh, that's actually a cool idea, a pirate ball. But of course I did not keep it. There are no pirates in the Baltar of Ashton Harper. What's the evil magic called in the Apprentice Alliance? Because unless it's really on the nose, it should be Adina's username. Ooh, it's kind of on the nose. It's called dark casting. My sister says Adina's username should be Spill the Cocoa. It's not a bad idea. It could be spilling something. That could, as a little foreshadowing. It could be... You know what? No, I have an idea for one that I'm pretty sure is actually some writer's username. There we go. Yeah, spilling tears. That's the theme I'm going with. I really need a name for this coworker. realizing all the characters in this story are female. Most of my coworkers were female, though, at the museum. I usually try to have my stories be a equal balance. We'll see how it pans out. I might change it later. I don't want to spend too long in this conversation, but I also feel like this conversation is a good opportunity to reveal backstory things. Yeah, someone commented, should the coworker be a guy? Yeah, I think it probably should. Calvin. Why is everyone so excited about Calvin? We can make the coworker Calvin. Coworker Calvin and change to a guy. I'll change it to a guy in a later draft. I mean, to be fair, I work in an ice cream shop where only the man is the owner. Yeah, that was a similar experience for me at the museum. Like, the curator was a guy, but most of my coworkers were women. But yeah, regardless of realism, I want to keep things equal, so I'll change that in draft too. We can make the guy Calvin. Just for you guys. Okay. How do I want to go about this? I'm not sure if I like the pacing, but it's fine because it's the first draft. I don't like most of this, but it's okay. It's okay. Shot. With an eyeball. No, autocorrect. Is it 2 words? Is that why it's mad at me? Okay. How long do you want this short story to be? This is what I'm debating. I don't think I want it to be over 2,000 words. So we're at 338 right now. But here's the thing. A lot of the times I will just write the short story and it'll be kind of long and then I go through and edit it down later. I definitely don't want it to be over 2,000. Yeah. Everyone is talking about Calvins. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I don't feel like this is very good. But it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Well, I feel like once I get to her walking through the Christmassy stuff, I have a lot of ideas for that part. It's just this initial establishing, which is hard, which is weird, because I'm usually good at beginnings. As soon as the door fell shut, Adina brought her knees back up to her chest with an eye roll. Who's here? Crowd of okay. Groundskeepers is too old-fashioned. I like my old-fashioned words, but it doesn't work. Oh. The maintenance crew. How unwhimsical. Why does real life have to be so boring? It's fine. Da, 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 da. The maintenance crew had radioed over the walkie-talkies that they were making their final rounds to ensure there were no lost guests in the Christmas lights trail. I feel like Christmas lights trail is probably the most succinct way to explain that. Now let's make this rule of 3. The hall was entirely empty. The hot chocolate bar was closed. The fridge humming faintly. Is that rule of 3? And now, at 10 minutes to 10 p.m., the hall was entirely empty. The hot chocolate bar was closed. No, then that messes up rule of 3. The hot chocolate bar was closed. What's another thing? And the maintenance crew had radioed over the walkie-talkies that they're... Oh, that might be run-on. I'll fix it later. Okay, the hot chocolate bar was closed, the tour guides headed for their cars, and the maintenance crew had radioed over the walkie-talkies that they were making their final rounds to ensure that there were no lost guests in the Christmas lights trail. That is definitely run-on, but I don't care. I'll figure it out later. Also, this can be foreshadowing, because she's gonna steal hot chocolate. She's not actually... Yeah, she's gonna steal hot chocolate. It's technically not stealing, though. At least when I worked there, usually I was allowed some of the free food. Sounds like a parody of Carol of the Bells. Wait, where were we going? Empty art galleries are kind of eerie. Not if you're completely focused on your phone. Yeah. It's true. I legitimately did. So when I worked at the museum, we weren't allowed to be on our phones. We were allowed to be on computers. Just because it looks more professional than being on your phone. Literally, that was the reasoning we were given. Is like, yeah, you can be on your computer, just not your phone. Like, if you're going to do anything online, just use your computer. And I would do work on my computer to not think about how creepy the empty art galleries were on days that it was empty. Because it is creepy. It really is. So she's the real thief. Santa with red eyes. I don't know what's going on in the comment section right now, but Trail of the Lights. Oh, is that what you're saying? Is Carol of the Bells Trail of the Lights? I kind of like that. Where was it? Final red. Yeah. I'll use that. Trial. Stop writing trial. Trail of the Lights. Okay, where are we going? Adina finished typing her comment. Watching the... Her shoes made clicking sounds. What was this word supposed to? Oh, which. Her shoes made clicking sounds on the polished hardwood flooring, which echoed in the empty hall. Which echoed in the empty hall. Where was I going with this? I had a thought. Oh, that's a bit telling, but it's fine. Eerie vibe. I can use the word vibe, though. That's a plus of a modern setting. The gallery has always had a bit of an eerie vibe. Burn the chair. You guys are just getting chaotic now. Evil chair. What on earth is going on in the comment section? I'm so confused. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You're talking about evil shovels? And I'm so confused. I've lost control of the chat. Oh dear. Why are there evil shovels? Okay, someone's telling a story about being in an empty church. Okay. In the future, they will see the word vibe and think about our age. Yeah, probably. I don't know if I'd use the word vibe if it was a book I was publishing, but it's a short story, so the rules are a little more flexible. Evil chairs. Why are there evil chairs? Okay. No, I want to add more about the eerie gallery. Okay, footsteps echoing. Her shoes made clicking sounds on the polished hardwood flooring, which echoed in the empty hall. She always made sure to... Carefully flicked the... and watched... We don't need carefully. She flicked the light switch and watched the ceiling lights go off. That's not a good verb, but it's fine. I watched the... Snap. There we go. That's better. Better than go. Snap off. Starting at the... How do you describe that? Because it was like this in the museum I worked in. Like, when you turned off the lights, the front, well, the ones closest to you went off first, and it's like off, 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 like down the length of the gallery. I think that's the phrase I'm looking for. Starting at the door, and continuing down the length of the gallery. Oh, could this be the day? Could this be the day that I used my mixed metaphor idea? Oh, maybe it could. Okay, I need to explain that to you guys in a minute. Like a stuttering... I don't even remember where I was going with that sentence. Okay. Oh, this might be a good story for it. Oh, I think it could. Oh, I think it could. Okay. So, I've had this idea for a long time to, for a character's inner monologue to have, I call them back-to-back metaphors. So, they see a situation and they come up with one metaphor for a situation and another one that's darker. But, like, multiple times throughout the story. So, for example, the trees along the horizon Why are you underlined? Go away. Okay. The trees along the horizon looked like candles on top of a birthday cake. Or spears. Like that. Like it starts with something more lighthearted, and then they could look like this thing, or they could look like this darker thing. And it's kind of like a glass half full versus half empty thing. And I feel like this could be really good for this character because it shows that she's consciously trying to be more angsty and cool. Like her first thought isn't the dark thing. She's constantly trying to choose the darker thing because she thinks it's cool and more adult and more artsy. So I feel, this could actually be so good for that character. I've wanted to do this for ages and I've never had the right character to do it with. That could be really cool to do throughout the story. I really, really, really like that, actually. Yeah. I'm glad you guys like watching me crash out. I'm glad you're enjoying that. I'm so glad I'm entertaining. Millie's reaction is pure writerly writerness. That's me. I'm a writerly writer. Yeah. Ooh, and then she might end up thinking of the dark thing first and then replace it with the lighter thing. Or something like that. Yeah, I feel like it could become a good metaphor by the end. Although, full disclosure, guys, we are kind of reaching the end of the live stream. This might be something I have to finish later. Except that the next time I'm live streaming is going to be after Christmas. So I might have to finish this on my own, and then you guys can see what it's transformed from. Because I am thinking I'll post this on my blog once it's done. But we can write. I'll see if I can get down a few more words before we finish off, because we have 5 more minutes. No! I know. Okay. I'm also trying to balance this here, because I don't want this to seem like this story to seem like all angsty writing is bad, because it's not. I've written some very angsty things. It's, I'm not trying to say that angsty writing is bad. I'm trying to say that it's not, angst in and of itself is not cool, if that makes sense. Like, she just kind of has an immature viewpoint of, like, in order to be a good artist, this is what I must do. Kind of. That's what I'm trying to go for. Maybe I should write that down, because that was actually a pretty succinct way to say it. I feel like that's really the crux of the character. I feel like that works. That's pretty good. That's a good place to go off of. I'm gonna add that to my notes here. Yeah. There we go. So you don't avoid the darkness, but not because the darkness is beautiful, but because it shows how beautiful the light is. Exactly, yeah. And anyone who's been on Y-dubs has probably had conversations like this. Yeah. But you just don't want darkness for darkness' sake, right? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get across here. Yeah. So I need my good metaphor. So it's more that, yeah. Okay, no, this is a good, yeah. I like this idea. Okay. So it's more about what does being, yeah. It's like the truth is like, true maturity is realizing how meaningful light is. This is just my vampire poem. This is the exact theme of my vampire poem. That's all this is. It's my vampire poem, but in modern storytelling form. Has anyone read my vampire poem on my blog? Yeah, if you go to millieflorence.com and then you click on blog, it was a recent poem of mine. Yeah, it's my most recent blog post, What the Vampires Say. I'm just writing that, but in a short story form. Now actually imagining the lights is kind of creepy. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. You know what? I think I will leave you guys to go read the vampire poem, and I'm gonna continue writing this. I know this isn't the best stopping point, but you guys know where I'm going with this. You've seen the outline. You've got to see my outlining process in the beginning of my first draft. I will probably finish it soon, probably over the holidays, and post it on my website and my blog. This is another sign that I think I need to stop now, because once again I'm losing words. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me for this live stream. It was super fun. Once again, I am planning to do live streams like this either weekly or bi-weekly in the new year. So I'm taking a break for Christmas, but at some point in 2026, early 2026, I will start up doing some live streams much more frequently of writing like this, since you guys seem to enjoy them so much. So yeah, thank you so much. I hope you have a absolutely wonderful Christmas. Yeah, if you enjoyed the themes of the story, feel free to go read my vampire poem on my blog. If you're new to me and my books, you can get a free ebook and audiobook of my first book, Honey Butter, for free when you go to my website, millieflorence.com, and sign up for my newsletter. You can also buy all of my books online, wherever books are sold. Thank you guys so much for joining. Merry Christmas.